Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Government House. My name is Craig Walkington, and I'm the Communications Advisor to the Lieutenant Governor, and I will serve as your Master of Ceremonies for today's award presentation. In a few moments, their honours will be entering the ballroom, and I'll ask you to please rise at that time. Would you please ensure that your cellular devices, including smartwatches, are turned off or placed on silent mode? In accordance with public health regulations and in the interest of everybody's safety gathered here today, we ask you to adhere to the following rules. All guests are required to wear a mask unless medically exempt or if you are offering remarks. When you come to offer remarks, remove your mask while you speak and then replace your mask when you leave the podium. We have arranged all of our guests into specific seating areas, and we ask that you remain in those areas until the end of the event. We ask that you not leave your seat to take photographs. We have our Government House photographer here today who will take pictures of the presentation, and we'll also arrange to do a group presentation of the award recipients this afternoon. Unfortunately, we are not able to offer the normal reception that follows this award, and their honours apologise that we can't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and join me in welcoming their honours, the Honourable Arthur J. LeBlanc, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, and Mrs. Patsy LeBlanc. Please be seated. Good afternoon, Your Honours. Through the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1725 and subsequent treaties, the connection between the Mi'kmaq people and the Crown was formalised, and it remains a foundational aspect of modern Canada. In the spirit of meaningful reconciliation, we are proud to acknowledge your presence today on the traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people in what is Nova Scotia. This kinship and connection endures through the special relationship that exists between the Queen of Canada and the Mi'kmaq people. The treaties remain foundational to the relationship that exists between the Mi'kmaq and all Canadians, and is best exemplified by the phrase, "We are all treaty people." It is now my pleasure to call upon His Honour to give welcoming remarks. Your Honour.
Well, good afternoon. President of Engineers Nova Scotia, Krista Cumming. Engineers Nova Scotia Chief Executive Officer, Pal Mann, members of the engineering profession and 2021 recipients of the award. It is indeed a great pleasure for Patsy and me to welcome you to Government House this afternoon for the presentation of the Lieutenant Governor's Award of Excellence in Engineering. C'est avec grand plaisir que Patsy et moi vous accueillons à la résidence du gouverneur pour la présentation du prix du lieutenant-gouverneur pour l'excellence en ingénierie. The Crown in Nova Scotia, as represented by my office, has long striven to recognize and applaud excellence through a broad range of awards and honors. Today's ceremony is a wonderful opportunity to recognize those in the profession of engineering who have gone above and beyond the norm and who have demonstrated excellent professional standards. It is my pleasure and honor to continue the Award for Excellence in Engineering that acknowledges the service and contribution that you, as engineers, make to our province and society. The prestigious Award of Excellence in Engineering was established in 1996 by my predecessor, the Honourable John James Kinley, he being the first professional engineer to hold office as Lieutenant Governor in Canada. Mr. Kinley was well known for his commitment to promoting the achievements of Nova Scotians and indeed honoring their service to the community. He took particular pride in recognizing engineers who pursued excellence in the technical aspect of their work and who also demonstrated leadership, innovation, and commitment to the public good. The award recipients are truly leaders in the field of engineering and are a shining example of the best our province has to offer. Winners of the Lieutenant Governor's Engineering Award have typically faced unique environmental, regulatory, and technical conditions and difficulties that require leadership, creativity, patience, and long-term vision for the future. I did mention engineers, but all of the individuals who do receive a Lieutenant Governor's Award have the same path to follow and challenges. This year's winner in Glass Ocean Electric, and the company is being recognized for the Alutasi electric boat conversion project, which saw a diesel-powered Cape Islander fishing boat that was operating as a tour boat converted into a battery electric hybrid boat. I understand that through the conversion process, Glass Ocean Electric measured emissions, water pollution, and power, and underwater noise in order to gain understanding of the impact of converting vessels to electric power. I also understand that the Elutasi is an innovative project, as it is the first passenger boat approved for use by Transport Canada Marine Technical Review Board that uses lithium-ion batteries. Therefore, it is not difficult to understand why this project was deemed the award-winning project by the jury panel. Glass Ocean Electric is to be commended for its commitment to being green and introducing cleaner energy to coastal waters. I was also delighted to learn that Glass Ocean Electric raised awareness and celebrated Mi'kmaq culture and history by choosing to rename the boat and by wrapping its hull in artwork by noted Mi'kmaq artist Alan Sillaboy. In doing so, you have honored this important aspect of Nova Scotia's identity, while at the same time, you are working to protect our marine environment. It is indeed a wonderful example of melding First Nation culture and clean energy. Yes, we have a lot to admire in the world of professional engineers. They have chosen a very demanding profession and occupation that requires precision and forethought at every step. Whether we realize it or not, we all rely upon engineers to apply knowledge, skills, and experience to almost every aspect of the physical world. Simply stated, we could not function without a society, without engineers. Je tiens à remercier Engineers Nova Scotia qui, chaque année, gère admirablement le programme d'attribution du prix. Votre engagement envers les plus au niveau de la profession encourage tous les ingénieurs à atteindre de nouveaux sommets et à faire progresser la profession dans son ensemble. Et au nom de Sa Majesté la Reine, je félicite bien sincèrement les récipiendaires du prix du lieutenant-gouverneur pour l'excellence en ingénierie 2021. I would like to thank Engineers Nova Scotia for their excellent administration of this award each and every year. Your commitment to the highest professional standards encourages all engineers to reach new heights so that advances in the profession as a whole can be made. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, I do sincerely extend my most heartfelt congratulations to the 2021 recipient of the Lieutenant Governor's Award of Excellence in Engineering. So, thank you. Merci. Wadaliak.
Merci, Votre Honneur. I would now like to call upon Mr. Powell Mann, Chief Executive Officer of Engineers Nova Scotia, for remarks. Mr. Mann.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. On behalf of President Krista Cumming, the President of Engineers Nova Scotia, and our 7,500 members of the association, I'd like to congratulate Glass Ocean Electric on their award today. We're gathered here in Government House for you to present the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Excellence in Engineering. And as you've summarized, the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Excellence in Engineering is given to an individual company, government department, or consortium of professional engineers who, through original achievements in the application of engineering principles, demonstrates excellence in professional engineering. The award is in recognition of the Honourable J. Kinley, P.Eng, the first professional engineer to hold the position of Lieutenant Governor of a province in Canada. This is the 25th year that this presentation has been awarded. Any Nova Scotia engineering project completed in the past 3 years or in the final stages of completion is eligible for consideration. Individuals associated with the project must be members in good standing of Engineers Nova Scotia. The submission letters received were reviewed by a jury panel of 3 members of Engineers Nova Scotia appointed by the Engineers Nova Scotia Council, and their decision is final. The criteria used to judge the nominations include the sustainability of the engineering work, the creativity of the engineering work, excellence in engineering design, a demonstrated effort to support a diverse and inclusive engineering team, enhancement of the profession of engineering, leadership in the use of leading-edge technology that results in economic benefits, and public benefit. Your Honors, I would like to thank you for your continued support of the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Excellence in Engineering and for hosting today's event. On behalf of Engineers Nova Scotia Council and our over 7,500 members, I want to thank you for hosting us this afternoon, and may I wish you continued success in your role as Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mann. I would now like to call upon Mr. Kulvinder Dhillon, Chair of the Engineers Nova Scotia Awards Committee, for remarks. Mr. Dhillon.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. My name is Kulvinder Dhillon. I'm the chair of the Engineers Award Committee this year, and I'll be providing details of the winner of the award this year. Your Honors, Engineers Nova Scotia appreciates very much your office created this Lieutenant Governor's Award, as you mentioned, almost 25 years ago, and that you and your predecessors have continued to host and present this award since that time. The 2021 Lieutenant Governor's Award for Excellence in Engineering is awarded to Glass Ocean Electric for their commitment to scaling cleaner energy to coastal waters as the driving force behind the Alutaasi electric boat conversion. The Alutaasi was converted from a traditional Cape Islander fishing boat operating as a tour boat into a battery electric hybrid boat. Before and after the conversion, Glass Ocean Electric measured emissions, power, and underground noise to help gain an understanding of the measurable impact of converting vessel to electric power. Alutaasi is not just a boat. It is an innovation as the first passenger boat approved by Transport Canada's Marine Technical Review Board to use lithium-ion battery. The project celebrates and raises awareness of local Mi'kmaq culture and history and has been renamed Alutaasi, a Mi'kmaq word meaning fishing guide. The vessel's hull has been wrapped in artwork by famous Alan Silvoy, the winner of a Gas Ocean Electric and Nova Scotia Power joint sponsored art project. This vessel symbolizes a commitment to reducing greenhouse gases emissions and pollution, with estimated reduction of about 40% in greenhouse gases and 40 to 60% in underwater radiator noise trips. We have Dr. Sue Malloy, P.Eng, President and CEO of Glass Ocean Electric today, to accept this award. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Dhillon. Your Honor, may we proceed with the presentation of the award? Thank you, Your Honor. The recipient of the 2021 Lieutenant Governor's Award for Excellence in Engineering is Glass Ocean Electric for the Alutaasi electric boat conversion. May I ask Dr. Sue Malloy, President and Chief Executive Officer of Glass Ocean Electric, to come forward, please. To receive the 2021 Lieutenant Governor's Award for Excellence in Engineering is Glass Ocean Electric for their commitment to scaling cleaner energy to coastal waters as the driving force behind the Alutaasi electric boat conversion. The Alutaasi was converted from a traditional Cape Islander fishing boat operating as a tour boat into a battery electric hybrid boat. Before and after the conversion, glass ocean electric measured emissions, power, and underwater noise to help gain an understanding of the measurable impact of converting vessels to electric power. Your Honor, I present Dr. Sue Malloy, who will receive the award for glass ocean electric. You may remove your mask for the photo, please. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join their honours and the Executive and President of Engineers Nova Scotia in congratulating the 2021 recipients of the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Excellence in Engineering. It is now my pleasure to call upon Dr. Malloy to deliver her remarks. Dr. Malloy.
Thank you very much for the invitation to Government House, Your Honours. So we want to thank you so much for recognizing our project with this award. We're incredibly honoured to receive the Lieutenant Government Award from Lieutenant Governor LeBlanc. And we're very proud of the work that we have, and we're proud that our peers have selected this work. This project was a success because committed companies came together to support Glass Ocean Electric to meet the challenge of creating a hybrid battery electric fishing boat, which we've heard described a few times, which is wonderful. The dedication of Canadian Maritime Engineering, Sterling Plan B, the Nova Scotia Community College, Jasco Applied Science, EYE Marine, Ambassadors, Danfoss Editron, Lunenburg Foundry, and the support of Transport Canada, the Province of Nova Scotia Power, and OERA were all critical to the completion of this project. And I think it's really clear that if we're going to be doing anything that has innovation and is going to be pushing against regulatory barriers, that we're going to need big teams of people to rely on, especially some people who can be shoulders to cry on sometimes. Ambassadors supported us by allowing us to include the artwork for Alan Sillaboy on the vessel. This represents our region, and it recognizes the clean and quiet operation of the vessel. The inclusion of this regional representative art really elevates this project. It shows to observers that this kind of work is more than a technical challenge. It's work that respects the environment in which we operate, and it's a tangible example of taking sustainable engineering approaches to vessel design. We showed that it's possible to convert a working vessel to operate more than 60% of its time under battery electric propulsion. We designed a system that uses utility-generated electricity through charging the battery using power from shore. We do not charge from a generator while on board, which any engineer will tell you isn't a good plan. We put significant thought and effort into designing a system that looks familiar to both boat operators and with parts that can be replaced locally. One of the biggest compliments that I feel that we got was when we had a visitor to the boat look at the system and said, "Oh, this isn't scary at all." Because I thought it'd be really complicated and intimidating. So the fact that we've managed to create something that has some recognizable components and relaxes people and helps them to understand it has been a big part of what we've been doing. We measured emissions and underwater noise before we converted it, and we repeated that after we converted it. We found that we can have a substantial impact on the reduction of emissions in our oceans when we implement these electric systems. We know that we can bring down hundreds of thousands of tons of greenhouse gases alone if we were to hybridize all of these vessels. And that doesn't even include all the additional pollutants that we measured. We also showed that at lower speeds, the electric system almost halved the noise pressure in the ocean space. This means that the underwater noise that animals would be exposed to would be reduced to a level that has a much less negative impact on their stress, their feeding patterns, and the communication. And this would be for more than 4 hours out of a 6-hour operation. So while we're reducing the emissions for low speeds, for working boats, they tend to be working at low speeds for longer. So the quantity of time that we're reducing emissions is quite substantial. I personally am so grateful that Transport Canada and Tony Kennedy saw how important this work is and helped me to take the first step to build a project that brought on a talented, persevering team. Myself and Tony met, we met lots of times, but we had a chat when Minister Garneau was visiting, and I was telling him about this, and he said, "We're on board, we'll help you." And that was the little piece that I needed to convince Transport Canada to fund us. And we had a team that held it together during the stress of COVID. We completed this project during COVID. This project is important because it shows that new sustainable engineering solutions can be realized by a very small group of persistent people. There were many Fridays over the past couple of years where things looked a little iffy. Thank you, everybody, for seeing the value in what we have achieved, and we're very honored to receive this award.
Thank you, Dr. Malloy. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the formal portion of this afternoon's ceremony. I would now ask you to please rise for the departure of their honours. Please be seated. While events at Government House normally conclude with a stand-up reception, due to the pandemic, we are unfortunately not able to offer this aspect of today's event, and their honours sincerely apologise that they are not able to do so. In place of our reception, our executive chef has prepared a small gift for you, which you can pick up once you depart the ballroom. Their honours will be bidding farewell to you in the grand staircase area. And what I will do is sequence out the members of Engineers Nova Scotia, and then following that, we'll bring the recipients up for photographs. So if I could start with Krista Cumming first, please.